Hello everyone, welcome to a new series for the channel, hopefully. As I'm sure you know, I haven't been that great at putting videos out, but this is a project I have actually been working on a fair bit recently actually, and you can kind of see I've got a fair amount done so far. So this is working title. I'm pretty sure it's going to stay as it is. Wild Planet Zoo, which has a slight little pun in it of obviously Planet Zoo, but it kind of fits the theme that I wanted to go for the zoo. So yeah, Wild Planet Zoo is basically going to be a zoo that is semi-realism but also a little bit fantasy-ish, not 100% realistic, because I definitely found that I've been not held back as such, but kind of held back, but more mentally a little bit by it, and then it's kind of made me lose a bit of focus and a bit of motivation to actually be building stuff. So I thought I would try something where I'm building something interesting, but I don't have to get too bogged down in all the little details of making things completely realistic and stuff like that. So what I've gone for is Wild Planet Zoo. So basically it's going to be zoned around different areas of all the different continents, and maybe a couple of extra bits as well. We'll have Wild Europe, Wild Caribbean, Wild Australia, that kind of thing. They're the ones I've started doing, those three, but we'll have South America and North America. We'll cover quite a few different things. So each zone will have this set little section. So what I can do is, you're going to get a sneak peek at the stuff I've already built. If I can find where to go. It's down here. So this is basically what we're going to have. So at the entrance to every area, we will have this kind of entry point with this signpost, wild whatever it is, themed to the area that we're talking about, and that is basically the kind of thing that's going to run through the whole zoo. I've made various different versions of this for the different areas, and yeah, that is what it's going to be. So yeah, this is the Wild Europe one, very sort of foresty looking. We've got the red deer on there, and the blue coloration is kind of the theme. So yeah, that is my plans for this zoo. I will be using mods in it, my own and other people's, and yeah, just trying to have a bit of fun and actually be a bit more creative with the stuff that I'm building. So without further ado, I will get around to showcasing all the stuff I've already done, but I wanted to do a build in Wild Europe because obviously with the most recent pack we've got is the Europe pack. So I wanted to do another enclosure here, and I thought I would start off this series by showing off and building a new Lynx Enclosure. So what I've done, this is the space here. We've got ibex over there, Arctic fox just behind there, and then muskox in this enclosure here. So we've got this little area here that is for the lynx. So I'm trialing out a slightly new video style. So this, obviously this version of this video itself is going to have a little bit of me rambling like this at the beginning, but then what I'm going to do is a piece by piece, I'm kind of calling it. So it's kind of a stop motion, but it is gonna, I'm gonna do a kind of Bob Ross style, if you know Bob Ross, where they list the colours that you need at the bottom to do the painting and what he's used in the painting. So I know a lot of people sometimes struggle, especially in speed builds. Sometimes you want to know exactly what pieces people have used, and in case they're used in creative ways, things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a stop motion of the whole build, and for every piece that I use, in groups of course, I'm not going to do every individual piece, but I've grouped all of the same piece together, and I will list at the bottom what they are, what pieces I'm using, and I will also have a little icon in the bottom right next to the name, and that will show if they're from any DLC packs. So you know exactly what you would need to get to be able to use that piece if you didn't have all the DLCs already. So yeah, this is my plan. I've already built it. I'm not recording this before, I've just deleted everything to give the impression that I haven't actually built anything. But it's already done, I've just deleted everything. So this is the space, just so you can kind of see the very starting point. And then we will go into the stop motion bit, the piece by piece. It's a couple of minutes long, I think, approximately. I need to tweak it a little bit, make transitions look a bit nicer, but I'll kind of do the house, then the paddock area itself, and then a little shelter over here, very basic, it's only 2 slides, and then a couple of viewing points down there and up here. So yeah, that is the plan. I hope you like the style. If you're not bothered, if you're not interested and you want to just see a live like little walkthrough bit, I'll probably put in the description the timestamp for when I cut to a live portion with it all built. So yeah, hope you enjoy, and I'll see you back in the live portion. Okay, welcome back. So here we have the completely finished enclosure. Hopefully that you enjoyed that. Hopefully it was maybe useful to some of you to see that. I think it's quite a nice style, and yeah, hopefully, like I say, useful for people who are kind of interested in knowing exactly what pieces are used. Sometimes it's, with so many pieces in the game, it's hard to keep track of what actually exists in the game, to be honest. I find myself looking at other people's buildings and wondering what pieces they've used, because things don't look familiar to me and they might even be base game pieces. So yeah, hopefully you like that. Please do let me know in the comments and bits, or on Discord, whatever way you prefer, what you think of that style of video. I quite like it. It's quite a lot of work on my side to make sure I do everything correctly, and hopefully I didn't miss any stages out, but yeah, I think it's quite nice. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and I'll try and do more of them. Maybe not for every video, for every enclosure, but you never know, maybe I will, if people enjoy that. So yeah, finished enclosure. We've got the Lynx in now as well. I've got a male and a female in here, so I'll just do a kind of general view. Obviously you've seen it be built in theory if you've watched the whole video, but we'll have a look at the kind of just the layout. So as I say, this is Arctic Fox over here, which I will do a video on, of course. So I wanted two different viewpoints for the Lynx, because they were on a hill. I have actually used like a height map for the whole zoo to get a good, while he's up there, sight lines. This is what I wanted. So yeah, I wanted a good height map for this, because I feel like it automatically kind of makes you build a bit better. It makes things look more dynamic. When you've got a bit of height in there, it's hard to kind of artificially do it sometimes. So when you've just got a height map do it for you, and then you build around that, it's quite nice. So I would definitely recommend using the height map for a new zoo. So yeah, with the positioning of it, and the way it joined with the paths naturally as this comes around, I thought we might as well have like a lower viewpoint and a higher viewpoint. So we've got this one here. I didn't show this one being built, but it's exactly the same pieces. So this is just a slightly different version, a little bit more fencing around it, a little bit more circular. So yeah, this is the view for the little shelter. You can see the ibex up on their rock if they go up the top there. Yeah, just a nice little view there. You can see a little bit of the yard, but I tried to kind of cover it up a bit. And then if we were to go around there, I won't go too much around there because I don't really want to spoil the other enclosures, but if you go all the way around there, around the muskox enclosure, you come to this viewpoint next to the ibex. So this is the one you saw in the piece by piece, and just another small one. And you've got a slightly different view from here. Go through so you can actually see it properly in colour. So yeah, quite built, not built up, quite planted up, that's the word. I wanted it to be fairly like dense, but not tons of trees, because like I say, semi-realism, I don't want loads of trees around where that they could climb up and escape. So as you saw in the piece by piece, we've got a couple of tree guard type things. I've kind of done these ones, I mean they're not the best looking to be honest, but I've kind of implied that they're electric strands or wire or something. I've not actually got stuff there, but just a kind of implied sort of thing for that one and this one, the ones that are a little bit closer to the fences and to other trees and branches and things. So this one in the middle, they could climb up if they wanted to, and that one's not too far away. Like I say, semi-realism, so it's not the end of the world, but I thought I'll do it a little bit on those two. We've got all custom fencing. I thought it would actually be easier to do it like this, to get the to build one fence panel with these overhangs, rather than try and attach overhangs to a normal barrier piece fence, and I think it works a lot better. So I might redo the Arctic Fox one like this as well, because I didn't do that for this. Yeah, a lot of dense planting, various different levels, as you kind of saw. So we've got like the low level stuff with the periwinkle and the dring grass and the nettles and bits. Got a few bushes and things around of different types, and then some larger bushes like the hawthorn, and then the few trees. The yard, fairly basic. I'm not going to do interiors of any buildings unless they really need them. and things like this. I thought I'll do one, but I won't go too hard on it. So it's very basic, just a little like platform and little bedding area and some slides. So yeah, nothing too fancy for that, but it's not really visible too much. And then just a bit of screening there as well, extra screening for, because they're next to the ibex, don't want them to kind of be stressed seeing each other all the time. Obviously they can still kind of see each other, but just a little bit right next to where the ibex yard is going to be there, that's not quite finished. So yeah, they can't really use these platforms. I'd made them and they look nice, but they can't really use them, which is a shame. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. What else is there to say about it? To be honest, that's kind of it really. Like I say, I wanted the main focus to be kind of like on how it's built, and you can see like where it's placed. I'm quite happy with it. I based it very loosely actually on Whipsnades, with the design of like the platforms and stuff. So yeah, if you do know that, then you might kind of see similarities there in certain bits. But yeah, that is the Lynx Enclosure in Wild Europe in Wild Planet Zoo. So like I say, please do let me know if you like the style of the video, because I quite enjoyed doing it. It's quite nice, and if you like the build itself, it'd be nice to know too. You can also subscribe, of course, if you're interested in seeing more of my showcases of the builds in this new zoo. And I'll probably do like a playlist or whatever, so you can go and see them. You can also have a look at my other series that I do, like Planet Zookeeper, my tips and tricks for making realistic looking zoos. And then you can join the Discord if you would like, link in the description. Post your stuff, ask questions, all sorts of stuff, get inspiration. And you can follow on Twitch as well. I do sometimes stream on there, and I have been streaming building in this zoo a little bit. So yeah, if you're interested in any live building stuff, then that's a good place to go. But in terms of this one, in the videos, it will be more this kind of style, or just like showcases rather than actual building. I'm not too good at speed builds. I might chuck one in if I fancy one, but yeah, it's not as much my style. But hopefully you enjoyed this one. So yeah, loads of cool stuff to come in here. Like I say, I've already started 3 different sections: Wild Caribbean, Wild Europe, and Wild Australia. So that is only the tip of the iceberg really. We'll have all the other bits, and even all of these aren't finished. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. So please let me know any thoughts or comments or anything like that you have, what you think, maybe what animals I should try and incorporate into some of those areas, things you'd like to see, either mods or official animals. And yeah, I think that is all I was going to say. I'll probably go into a bit more detail about other plans and bits, the way I'm laying stuff out as I go through and showcase different bits. So for now I'll probably leave it as this, just show you this one enclosure, and hopefully you'll be interested enough to come back and have a look at some of the other stuff when I post it. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments, subscribe, like if you enjoyed, join on Discord and bits and bobs like that if you wish, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.